Hi everybody, it's Trainer Ruben again. I made some food today. I wanted to zoom in on the food and just give you a quick little look at what we have here. Donna, if you'd zoom in and direct the camera off my moving eyebrows. These are some dishes I made. I made them in about an hour, mostly all Trader Joe's food. Let me go through some of the things that we have here today. So we've got number 3 here is cauliflower. If you would look closely, it looks like mashed potatoes, but many times as a low-carb substitute, you'll see these recipes for, instead of mashed potatoes, mashed cauliflower. And this just has cauliflower and pico de gallo on it. And these are turkey breast cutlets with pesto. And then this is something I eat a lot, which is egg whites with broccoli slaw. So Trader Joe's sells broccoli slaw. My only knock on the broccoli slaw is that they use the stalks where most of the anti-cancer benefits are in the flour part, and they throw in carrots, which is fine. But it's great. You still get vegetables and fiber and texture. And then I also put in the pico de gallo on that. And I put in this whole container. And I'm going to talk a little bit about portion size based on people's goals, if they're trying to lose weight or not. And then the last one here is asparagus, smashed in the George Foreman grill with other vegetables at the same time. And those are organic turkey breast cutlets with sun-dried tomatoes. And then we have for dessert snack the 0% Fage, Faye, yeah, that's the correct pronunciation of this yogurt. It's got healthy bacteria in it. And then I bought a whole bag of organic blueberries just to dump them in for color. Because people will ask, what do you eat? And this is a typical ideal day that I eat 75 to 90% of the time I'm eating this way. And I don't want to talk about what the other percentage is. Those are bad days, bad trainer. So this kind of gives you an idea of what a day would look like, minus 1 to 2 more meals based on activity and based on if somebody's trying to lose or gain or maintain. And I have some general recommendations for what kind of portion sizes you want to look at. I didn't use my food scale because I did this all in about an hour, but in general, about 3.5 ounces 4 to 5 times a day, which will get you about 20 grams of protein for a female. And for a male, 3.5 to 4.5 ounces of lean protein. I'm not fat phobic, but there's a reason why I'll tell you why I choose lean meats in a second. So 3.5 to 4 ounces of meat 4 to 6 times a day. So that would yield roughly 25 to 35 grams of protein per meat serving. So what you would do is, if you're a female, I use this whole container for these eggs here, and that yields about 250 calories just in egg whites. But one could, if they're a female and trying to reduce their weight, they would have half of that. But they wouldn't cut down the vegetable amount. And the vegetable amount, I only used half of the bag, and that yields about, 50 calories for the broccoli slaw that I used in here. Then we have, so for this, I wouldn't change anything. The cauliflower takes up very little caloric room. You would just modify the amount of protein source in here. And I brought my food scale, which is recently dying on me, so I got to get another one. So these are really eyeballed, and I couldn't even guess. I could guess, but roughly they'll say a deck of cards, 3.5 ounces of meat, pre-cooked, and I don't really watch it super close, so somebody else can tell you that exact amount. It's pretty easy to find resources like that. And I wanted to give a website as a resource for counting your calories, and it's livestrong.com. It used to be dailyplate.com. It's free of charge. I send my clients there because you can track your calories on there. Just go to Daily Plate section and you can start tracking your calories there. And in general, if your food choices are good, primarily vegetables, primarily lean meats, then if you are not reducing in terms of body weight and body fat, you would just need to start tracking it, getting a general average, and start cutting back your portions. Because the two Q's always matter. And what I mean by two Q's is quality and quantity. Most people would agree that this quality is reasonable to very good. But many times people are just eating way too much. And in America, even athletes still many times eat way too much and don't focus on quality. And they just justify a long workout and eat all of this in one shot. But if they're trying to get to a lower weight class, or they just have too much body fat, and they know they should be at a lower body fat and body weight, then they need to cut down their portions. But you can't really do that sometimes unless you have a little bit of precision and you're weighing your food and you know the vegetable choices are good. For instance, these the broccoli slaw, like I said, a whole bag is 100 calories. The cauliflower is 80 calories in the whole bag, which is nice. You can nuke those in the microwave if you're not anti-microwave. And that's 80 calories. And the asparagus I didn't look up, but the asparagus, that's 12 ounces shriveled down. And again, I can't imagine that being more than 150 calories tops. So those are my feelings on that. And then after doing many videos, I wanted to apologize for my eyebrows. I never realized how expressive my eyebrows are. So when I learn how to do Photoshop, we'll just Photoshop out all the eyebrow movement. Then the other thing was eating slow. The number one thing that I think I've tried to improve over the years is if you want to increase how well you absorb nutrients, especially as you get older and the enzymes aren't as active in your body, it is even more so important to eat slow, to really turn your food into liquid, and to make sure you're drinking adequate water. All of those things help so that you get the signal to your brain that you're actually full. Let's see. Covered all my food and my bad math and estimating portions. The yogurt I didn't talk much about, but that's 190 calories and just a smidgen of blueberries. And then I was going to talk about essential fatty acids. I take a fish oil supplement by Carlson Labs. I try many different fish oils and just kind of rotate them. But this is actually the part for brain function, so I always figure, well, I could use more of that. So I take these, and it's one component of fish oil, but Carlson Labs is a good one. And if you email me at trainer.rueben@hotmail, trainerrueben@gmail, or find me on Facebook, just Trainer Rueben, you can ask me a couple questions, and if I'm not bombarded, I will try to answer your questions, or you can become my Facebook friend. Last but not least, water. They generally say half your body weight in ounces. I'm about 160, 165 pounds, 80 ounces. This is 64 ounces, so I would drink between 2 to up to 3 of these if I'm working out. And that's pretty much it. And that's today's display. I made these in about an hour, so people who have excuses of they don't have time to cook. Oh, microgreens. Sorry, last thing. 5 calories, 10 calories in the whole thing. It's organic microgreens, cost I think about $3, but it's a nice little garnishment that has organic, and I won't even try to pronounce these things, just the ones I can, are Mizuna, organic broccoli, kale, red cabbage, arugula, beef tops, celery, collards, and a bunch of other things in there. So it's really low calories, but they're supposed to be very nutrient rich. And so they'll usually charge you a lot for a salad at a restaurant where they just put a sprinkle of these. But many times this is like my salad vitamin that I'll throw on top of something. And that's it. Donna, did I cover all the topics we said we were going to? That's it. I think I give all the information, and we'll see you next time. Trainer Rueben. Bye-bye.